exciting first half, but it felt like it just flew by. That was the breeze in your hair, Joe. F you, Troy. Now for this year's halftime show, presented by ParityTees.com, your headquarters for all the teams you love to hate.
Hey, brother, we both played halftime shows in the past. Who'd they get to sing this year?
Introducing this year's halftime entertainment, Lady Blah Blah. Man, this sucks. Let's Motown out of here. Bomb chicka womp ba-dam diggy.
Ugh, it smells like meat.
Blah, 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 blah.
All right, man. Here we are.
There's a throwback to Super Bowl 51 halftime show parody we did. And now blah, 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 blah will be stuck in my head for the rest of the day because that's exactly what happened last time.
That is true. I don't know who's doing the Super Bowl halftime this year. Rihanna. Oh, so you're caught up. Sounds like you got plans.
I had to make the prop picks, man. I had to do my research and see if she was going to go over or under 9 songs.
Got it. Okay, cool, man. So here we are. Day of Super Bowl. Obviously, time flies by, but we're going to reveal everybody's squares today. So everybody's going to know what numbers they got so they can have their pencils ready and stay engaged in the Super Bowl. Also, if they haven't set their lineups, we'll go over all of that stuff real quick because there's just some prop bets, super fun stuff that is more so just like throwing darts at a board, as I think Linda said on the Telegram. So we'll go through all of that stuff today. We'll reveal a couple of the prizes. We'll be quick because I know you got a million things going on over there, and we got some Super Bowl parties to get ready for, right? Well, maybe not you.
Yeah, I got wings to cook and lineups to fill in here.
Okay, let's do it.
So look, we're going to reveal, I guess, or we're going to go live and show a couple prizes that are going to be given away as part of the pool. I guess first and foremost, we will let me start over. The pool itself, the Squares pool, is updated in real time right now with everybody that's involved with the game. So we said we were going to cut it off at 12 to anybody that wanted to grab some more. If you really, really, really want some, or you know somebody who wants some, hit us up yesterday in order to make this work. But I think for the most part, it's going to be locked in at this point.
Yep.
So that being said, we currently have, if you look at the website, now I can share my screen here.
Winging it. I think that's hilarious. Because we are definitely winging it with this one for sure. But they got some wings going too.
Change the wing. There you go.
All right, there we go.
All right. So as you'll see, everything is filled in for everybody participating in the pool with the exception of 16 squares. Now, these 16 squares were set aside, and we're going to be using them as prizes throughout the actual game itself. So first things first, 10 of those squares are going to go to the holders of the playoff passes who contain either Philadelphia or Kansas City. Now, the lucky participant who got Philadelphia and Kansas City does not count in this giveaway. But for the most part, there's 5 passes out there, and I think I can show who they are. So Straight ETH Homie, me, first and 70.3. Bladder Kickers is Tua playing Blue Man. Nick Nice, who won the Casanova giveaway, the Lazy Sports giveaway. Blackbird Spiders, who won the Dead Poker Society giveaway. K-Dub, who won one of the Battle Bunnies giveaway.
Cool.
Thank you very much. And J-Bone, who's a new member here in the Super Bowl Squares pool. Excited to have them score another box.
Let's say, let me just back up. So like people that got the squares, they got an NFT, there was an instant scratch, right? So if you got the 2 teams that won the Super Bowl, you instantly won a V-Friends 2. But if you got one of the teams that are in the Super Bowl, so if you got the Bengals and the Eagles, you got the Eagles. So one of those teams, you're getting an extra square in that. So those are the people that you just went over correct right now, right?
Yep. So those are the ones, as you could see. I think I don't even know who the hell this is, but somebody ended up with Baltimore, and they were kind of disappointed, but have Philly, and Philly's in the Super Bowl, so that's going to award them an additional square. So we're going to do those randomly at this point. So I guess what we can do is we can take some notes. I got my little flywheel here.
Nice. It's official.
It's official. We'll make it happen. So who you want going first?
Who's ever on first on your list? Let's do it.
First on my list. Okay, Straight ETH homie.
He says he's straight stoned homie today, which
Okay.
one of the prizes, man, is a Stoner Cats NFT.
Ooh, 51.
51.
All right. So I'm going to add 51 to my never-ending list here.
So Jack, there you go. You got
Jack,
you got lucky with your instant scratch. You had a team that was on that did make it to the Super Bowl, one team, and now you get an extra square for that, which is number 51. There you go.
Next is Bladder Kickers,
All right.
who ended up with a Philly icon on their pass, and they're at 53.
And that stinks for you.
Well, we'll see, because I'm next.
I didn't win
See,
one. What the hell did I have? I had Baltimore and some like Tampa Bay or something stupid, or Dallas. I had Dallas 5. There you go.
All right, number 5. All right, is Tua playing? That's going to be next. I feel like you should have some music playing while I'm going through this, because it's kind of boring.
Could sing, I guess. I don't know. How many more do we have to go through? 49.
We got 6 more.
Okay, keep swinging. Next one.
Let's keep going here.
So everybody is going to get, we'll send an email with the actual filled out squares, so everybody will know which ones they get. Again, part of the stuff that we did through this is like a squares pool. And this is the part we're doing right now, but it's
Nick Nice, 62.
Nick Nice. Was it Nick Nice? Sounds
Yeah,
like a radio DJ. Like he should be up here. Nick Nice at night. If you played the game throughout the playoffs, you had the opportunity to win more squares. I know Straight ETH homie did win some. Casanova won.
Blue Man, 46.
So there's one more chance, and to do that, and there will be a weekly winner for this. It's like prop bet. So go to unfan.xyz/lineups if you're in this pool, and then you can also partake in a chance to win one of these extra designated squares that we set aside.
Thank you very much. 39.
All right, 39.
Keep cutting you off because I'm trying to get this done. Yeah, so that's the next part of the giveaway here, right? So the ones that we set aside, they are going to the overall and the weekly. So there will be a square dedicated to the Super Bowl weekly winner. So whoever can accumulate the most points by setting that lineup, that will be the recipient of that square if it hits. Cool. 38 Blackbird Spiders. All right.
At some point on their NFTs, not today, but it'll reveal the numbers, the squares that they ended up getting. But for now, reference the email that we'll send, correct?
Correct. Yeah. So the actual pool itself will be live on the website. We'll put it in the Telegram. We'll send out an email. And then, the NFTs that are held will have the updated Super Bowl numbers in there. We actually could remove the numbers that are associated within the metadata, because you'll have the numbers, the real numbers that you want. J-Bone gets 28, and we got one more here.
All right.
And we got K-Dub. K-Dub, you're getting 21. Lucky number 21.
I'm being, I don't know if it's called heckled, sabotaged. Like, it's like one of those reporters that they get like a streaker in the middle of doing things. What does it say? It says Super Bowl squares.
Super.
Oh, super. Okay, there we go. Yep. All right, man. Well, you got free advertising. You should put like a product to sell, or like your Venmo.
All right, so we got 6 left, man. And you want to do 2 to the overall winner, 1 to second
Yep.
place, and then
Yep.
2 to the Super Bowl winner, weekly winner, and then 1 to second place.
That's it. Yep. So
let's just run through it real quick. Let's just pick the overall squares, the overall winner,
and then we're going to reveal the numbers like in the next minute.
now. Yeah, right now. So that'll be 12, and the other one is going to be. Got to make it fair, man. I don't want to be accused of manipulating anything here. 19.
Except you must have manipulated your wife because you outkicked your coverage on that one, man.
Yeah, she's looking forward to the MVP speech at the end of the game.
That's right.
The second place in overall standings will be awarded number 91.
All right.
And then the weekly
one. So as you're doing through that stuff, this is actually kind of cool, right? So they're for awards of winning the game that we played throughout the playoffs. You won't really know if you won because you got to wait till the Super Bowl's over to see the final standings to be tallied. But we'll be able to see through the Super Bowl if like one of those wins. So if like you're like straight Ethomi or Casanova and you're right at the chance to win that, you're going to want to look at these squares also because it's a next level opportunity to win as well. But we won't know until after the Super Bowl for these 9 squares or however many you said you designated into that one.
So weekly winner is going to get number 72 and 14, and second place is 36. And that wraps up all 100 squares. So we will get all that updated after this. Now it's time for the numbers.
All right. So where are we going first? I don't know. Is it longitude and latitude? Yeah, okay. Latitude.
I don't know why it says yes or no. It's a little. Oh, there we go. Okay. You determine first, man. You want to go left to right or up to down?
All right. Let's just go up and down. Let's do it.
All right. So starting at the top, the first number in the Super Bowl, the Doc Special Super Bowl Squares pool.
That's right.
Is going to be number 9.
Number 9. Cool. We named it Mike's great suggestion to name it the Doc's Special Super Bowl. She was my grandmother who didn't she was part of the league, still part of the league, but she loved Super Bowl squares and passed on during the season, but it's a NFT that will be she'll be playing with us next year too. And that's kind of one of the cool things that we did that as well. So that's why we call it the Doc's Special Memorial Super Bowl squares. We're also going to be making some cool onion dip that like her secret recipe for Super Bowl too. So I'll have to put that in the Telegram because it's easy and legit.
This is a little nuts, dude. Like the first 3, 9, 8, 7 going top to bottom.
All right.
I don't know if people are going to believe this or not, but
this is on the video.
And I realized I put 10, so 10 will act as 0.
Got you.
There we go. There's one that's different.
4.
So so this is top to bottom. So this is actually going to be Kansas City's side. If you look at the way that the pool is drawn up now. So there's number 1.
So let's start to fill in.
Yep. It's getting there. And we'll have this live and updated within the next 30 minutes or so. Everybody has until 6:00 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to submit their lineup. And again, if you're watching this or you're going to watch this in a little bit, hopefully before 6 p.m., those weekly lineups will, give you an opportunity to hit on additional square prizes. But speaking of prizes, man, you want to talk about some of the cool stuff that we got too?
Yeah, man. Some of the prizes here. We've already announced some, right? So the overall winner gets a VFriends 2, which again, these can, we can, we got a VFriends 2, right? So that floor is like over $400 right now, but VFriends 2 is like, it's legit. So the prizes, what we wanted to do is they are projects that we believe in, that we are in personally, that it's like a really great opportunity, and I think that they're undervalued. So we announced the V-Friends 2. We announced a Valkyrie from the Battle Bunnies, which again, the Valkyries come with the free dragon eggs. Those are part of the prizes. We also added in a Women and Weapons Season 1, which is super undervalued project. Again, these are things that we also wanted to make sure that could be unloaded if you don't give two shits about any of these projects. We can unload them real quick. We can help you unload it, or you can unload it yourself. But these are projects that actually have movement on it. So it'll be no problem selling any of these ones right out of the gate if you needed to. So Women of Weapons Series 1 is a good one. We have a Stoner Cats in there, which again is the project that allowed me to helped me understand, how animation companies were using NFTs. So we have a Stoner Cats in there. We have VSP in there, a Vayner Sports Pass in there. The icons on that, I guess, are football and hockey. So it's got two of those icons, which is cool. What is that quote unquote worth? What are they moving for, right? If you put that up for sale, what would that sell for right away?
I mean, the football one's close to $200 or so.
Yep, cool.
So those will move. That's a really popular project.
Yep.
So those wouldn't have any issues liquidating if we had to.
Yep, we'll help anybody do that stuff if they need it in that world. But these are ones that we all personally have as well.
So I'll recap the Kansas City side, top to bottom, and again, all this will be available soon after this. But 987-413-5206. Those are the numbers. So now we're going to go west to east, left to right, and pump out Philly's numbers.
Cool. I also forgot that the people that had signed up at a certain amount of time beforehand, they got squares as well, right? So they're in another pool, which we've done a bunch, and we've had some winners in there, which is awesome. But they're actually going to have another squares as well. So Linda, Jack, everybody that signed up at a certain point in time, they're getting extra squares in the Lazy Lions pool. So I think there's 10 of them that get that. So we'll find out. I don't even know what those numbers are.
Yeah, I don't either. I mean, we'll track those down. I'm sure Casanova will shoot over their pool, and we'll be able to see what those look like. But yeah, those are just additional pieces of this overall prize pool.
Yep.
All right, we're moving along here.
A few more left, and I can't wait to see this board and see where I'm at, because I have no freaking clue.
Maybe spin it for a while.
Yeah, they should be able to just give it instantly, the number, and then do it for effect.
It's keeping us in the edge of our seat, that's for sure.
Yep.
Or having us fill in dead airspace, whichever way you look at it.
Yeah. Here we go.
All right, we are moving. All right, halfway through.
And then we'll quickly go through where people can go set their lineups that are in this as well. Again, unfan.xyz/lineup, but we'll just go over real quick again for everybody to show they know how they can get a chance to win some of those extra squares.
Yeah, we'll talk about some FAQs too, man. A lot of people have been asking questions, good questions that I guess we overlooked in putting all this together. But when does the actual prop picks begin? Like little things like that. We'll just run through real brief here.
Krista's always schooling us on shit because she does this all the time with these giveaways. She says remove choice and you don't have to exclude the number. But why did she? I mean, she waited until you're done. We got 2 numbers left.
That's all right, man. Look, this is the last spin because obviously I won't have to remove it to do a spin for 1 number.
Here we go.
And then we got 7.
Cool.
And then finally 2. So west to east, left to right, we're talking 0, 9, 5, 1, 4, 6, 3, 8, 7, 2.
Let's put it in.
And those are the numbers. So I will put those in. You got, why don't you talk about the game while I do this? And
dude, I don't give 2 shits about this game, frankly, at all. I guess I did run it through ChatGPT, which was kind of cool. Ran it through the AI to ask what the AI craziness was thought, and it actually was asking me some pretty in-depth questions I didn't expect. It was asking me what's Andy Reid and whoever the hell the coach of the Eagles is head-to-head record, how many players played in the Super Bowl before. It was asking me the weather, any injuries, and when you input all this stuff in there, it gave a pretty detailed
Weather.
It asked everything, man. Yeah, it gave a pretty detailed description in it, which obviously it's the Madden simulation. What this will give us a real opportunity to understand if this AI, if we're living in the AI or the AI is living with us. But it says that in the first quarter, the Eagles are going to get off to a strong start and score in their opening drive a 35-yard touchdown pass from Jalen Hurts. And at the end of the first quarter, according to ChatGPT, which that we'll see, it's going to be 7-0. At the end of the second quarter, the Chiefs offense find their rhythm. Mahomes leading a 12-play, 80-yard touchdown drive, capped off by a 5-yard touchdown run. So at halftime, it's going to be 14-10, according to artificial intelligence. The Chiefs are going to be leading. Third quarter, it says the Eagles start second half long drive, and they get a field goal. Chiefs score a touchdown, 21-13 at the end of the third quarter, and then the Eagles mount a comeback and win this 23-21. Eagles have one last chance to win, but the Eagles defense holds strong. So according to ChatGPT, those are the numbers that you want to have for your squares, which is crazy. That gave me that detailed of an answer.
That was very specific, man.
It was. Yep. It was
a little too specific.
So that's it. Artificial intelligence picking 23-21 Eagles. Who you got?
Got
Chiefs?
KC winning.
23-21 or what?
No. And this is what we talked about on the Lazy Lions Twitter Spaces, which is Friday at 5 p.m. It was a great discussion, but the over/under on this is like 51 points. And like, I brought it up in the spaces. Like, it's not. I'm not dismissing the fact that this won't be a shootout. So I think that we're going to see a 30-point team. I don't know who, but I think that the spread of this is going to be I think it's going to be a bit wider, but it's still going to be a one-score game.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say 30. What am I going to say? 31-23.
Okay. I'm just going to go with ChatGPT and say it's 23-21 Eagles. I'm rooting for Kansas City. They've kind of like taken the mantle from the Patriots and the Patriots beat them just in their last hurrah into that epic AFC Championship game. So I feel like it helps the Patriots' legacy a little bit if the Chiefs win here. I'd love to know what Jack thinks, anybody thinks, but Linda, Jack, anybody, Krista, whatever. But Jack seems to he's sharpens his pencils and tries to figure out who the heck is going to win. I'm being heckled again.
All right. Well, I will kind of spill some beans here. Jack's been like hitting me up, asking me to make modifications to the teams that he submitted.
What?
I don't know if I'm allowed to say this. Jack might be very angry with me, but I feel like my analysis has kind of like shifted his picks slightly. So he might win because of me. He might lose because of me. I mean, I don't know where this is going to end up, but
I'm glad that Frank is not here today. Frank Lenatra, because like he was like in like third place overall until he started taking advice from you in the regular season league. And he still is bitter about it. When you can hear like bitterness in someone's voice, and especially a guy that never has it in his voice. Like I hear it that he's got some, there he is. So, he can confirm it as well, but he seems like you helped him lose. So if I was a betting man, I would guess that Jack might lose here because of you.
He reverted back to his original pick. I mean, all I did was offer my 2 cents on it, and look, he can still change it. Everybody can still make adjustments until 6 p.m.
All right. So do you want to go? Do we have the squares ready to look at?
You're asking a lot here, man.
If not, I just need to know what we need to do here because we could share the screen and show the the prop bets. Make sure everybody knows how to do that. I think at this point everybody gets it. But if not, we could do that, or we could go.
We are 30 seconds away from having everything live.
All right. So Frank said he did not say any of that.
I believe Frank. I don't believe your assessment on the situation.
I would too believe him for sure, but he also can't deny it wasn't the best picks. Okay, that's like such a cop out. You did talk straight Etomi out of Philly, according to him. All right, here we are. This is it. This is what we've been looking to complete and see when we started this before the playoffs started. Most Super Bowl squares, it just happens really quick. We've actually been leading this up, so there's a payoff, and it's been cool to actually see this actually come to fruition now.
Yep. This will be sent out. In fact, I'll just drop it in the Telegram right now. So that everybody can kind of take a look at it, highlight it, print it, write down your numbers. Let's run through the overall standings real quick and explain that. So as you can see, everything is really up for grabs. And you'll see in a second with picking the lineups for this week, 50 additional points are up for grabs with the prop picks. So anybody can really claim these top 2 spots, but those will award you those additional squares that are designated. So overall playoff pass winner, those are 2 squares for them. And then the overall playoff pass 1 yard short, that's the second place prize.
Did Flag on the Play? He just commented that he's got 6 and 6 and he can't catch a break, but he's got more than one here, right? So
yeah, any Flag on the Play has 5 and 7 as well.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
yep. But also,
I'm actually thinking that there might be a safety in this game, so that 5 number might not be a bad number.
Yep. Flag on the Play also, I feel like, won one of the playoff weeks.
He did, and he was awarded those as well. He's got to look. You see, here you go. He's got 0 and 5. He's got 6 and 5, and he's got 6 and 6. So he's got 4 squares.
I just want to set the record straight here, so he can't catch a break. He caught. I wouldn't call it catching a break because he won it with his picks. But there you go.
I don't get it. Is he mad at 6-6?
Yeah, he should actually be happy with 6-6.
That's a field goal game, man. I'd be super ecstatic with that.
Yep.
I don't even know what would be a bad number in today's day and age, man, because all these numbers kind of like pop up in some way, shape, or form.
Well, look, we got a guest happening here. Don't make too much noise with that, though. Okay, you can heckle all you want. I forgot what I was going to say because I got my ears back here, but it was something that was semi-important, or at least I think it was, to say. What were we talking about?
Numbers.
The numbers
that hit.
Oh, yeah. Okay, there we go. So William, who won somebody else's squares, we thought like, shit, he's not going to win. He won a Dead Poker Society squares because, again, it was a cool opportunity. The way we did the squares, the way the NFTs things works allows us to really bring value in multiple opportunities, right? So there's 2 or 3 different squares games that we put into here. I know, Dan, you also have a Super Bowl squares and their high rollers one from there. So you got even more numbers that will work out with them. But Williams' numbers were like 9 and 2 or something that were awful. And he ended up taking down a couple $100 on that.
Yep. So again, look, the way that these games play with, 2-point conversions not being out of the question. I mean, who the hell knows what these scores are going to be? Again, it's all random until the game is actually played and things start really unfolding in the game itself. But we do have this final. I just sent it out on Telegram. We'll reply to an email also. Let's talk lineup real quick because let's discuss some of the FAQs that were popping in here. So the game starts at 6:30, or at least it's scheduled to start at 6:30. All of these picks, the lineup submission must be finalized by 6 p.m. Eastern. So to start it off, you have your team name, your email address, the Unfantasy Sports lineup of offense, defense, special teams, penalties, and win-loss. All of that is standardized. You can choose any team. you can choose all Philadelphia, all Kansas City, or mix them up if you choose. Either way, all of those will be revealed in the Super Bowl week once we're past the 6 o'clock hour, so everybody can kind of see who everybody picked. The best part about, I guess, this week is the additional prop picks. And this is going to really make things interesting, especially for the winner of that weekly Super Bowl, those weekly Super Bowl and runner-up squares. So with that, let's start with, when does all of this begin? So according to some of the research I saw, the national anthem takes place first before the coin toss. Okay, so if you look at closely at all of these prop picks, the national anthem is the trigger that is going to start all of this. So as Lisa put it in the Telegram, does it start before the anthem? Does it start after the anthem? So I laid it out as stupid and as crazy as I can make it to try to make sense of it without trying to type it out.
So these prop picks are for the weekly game and the overall game, if you participated in it, to win some of those 9 squares that are still out there and designated from there. You don't need to, like, your squares are your squares, but if you want to try to get some more squares, you jump onto unfan.xyz/lineup, put your email in there, and then just put your prop bets in there, and then you'll have a chance to win even more squares.
Yep. And it's a cool, it's just an additional way to have fun watching the game and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So the start of the national anthem, the minute that I forget who's even singing it, but the minute he starts singing the national anthem,
Chris Stapleton. And I still don't know who that is. I just remember that's who you said last time when we looked it up. Chris Stapleton.
Kudos to you for jogging the memory.
How the hell did I remember that? But I can't remember anything else in my life.
So once Stapleton starts singing the national anthem, all of the prop picks are now activated. Okay. And now that's important for a number of reasons later on. But with that anthem pick, you will have the opportunity to pick whether he sings the entire anthem from under 2 minutes and 5 seconds, over 2 minutes and 5 seconds, or exactly 2 minutes and 5 seconds. So that is... And the anthem is officially over when he's done with the last note. So the timing will start and end. This is actually an official Vegas prop bet. So we'll be able to get the official stats from Vegas directly.
Cool.
Next is going to be the coin toss. And in true unfantasy fashion, we are picking the coin toss loser, whether it's heads or tails, and whether each respective team loses. I think those are pretty self-explanatory. The rest come at halftime or at the end of the game for this top line here. So at halftime, as you learned earlier, Rihanna is singing the halftime show. Are there going to be under 9 songs or over 9 songs or exactly 9 songs? Now, those are not just Rihanna's songs. It's any song that's played on stage at halftime. And I know sometimes they have a couple guest appearances and that kind of stuff. So if there's more than 9 total songs and you pick the over, you will win that particular category.
When does Vegas update this shit? So you'll be looking, we'll put a website that you're getting your information from. And when that updates, we'll update it here, I guess.
Yeah. So I'm going to be, with some family and, my kids and stuff, but I'm going to try to keep things updated on the website as much as possible. If not, I'll definitely be announcing whichever wins in the Telegram chat. So I'll pretend that, I'm looking for a Coco Melon video or something, and I will sneak into Telegram on my phone so I don't get yelled at. The Gatorade bath color, again, this is actually an official Vegas prop bet too, so we'll be able to determine which one it is there. It's very possible there could be multiple winners here if, 2 buckets get dumped and it's a blue and a purple or a blue and a clear. We'll make that decision accordingly. Who the MVP thanks first. I think that, this one is just going to be audible. Whoever can hear who that MVP is and who they thank. The first coach's challenge. So this is a challenge that is actually designated by the coach, not a booth review. So anytime the red flag comes on the field and the coach officially challenges one of the plays, what will be the result of that play? Whether it stands, it's overturned, or No challenge actually occurs throughout the game. What's going to be the first turnover, interception, fumble, or no turnover? The last team to punt. So this could happen anytime in the third quarter, the fourth quarter. It could
First
happen
quarter.
in the second quarter.
Could happen anytime.
Could happen at any time. It could also be no punt. That's also a possibility as well.
I think that happened. Like there were no punts in like the one playoff game last year. I don't know if it was the Kansas City and the Bills one, but that is possible.
Well, I mean, listen, we also live in a different age of football where going for it on fourth down is not the hardest decision anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So, if it's going to be a shootout, you want those extra offensive snaps. It's very possible that there's no team that punts.
Yep.
What's going to be the last play of the game? Now, this one was interesting because there's quite a few options if you really think about it. Some of them might, I guess, overlap in some capacity, but for the most part, I think I covered all the basis on what the last possible play of the game could be. Kneel down pass, which does include a Hail Mary, a run, safety, punt, field goal, kick return, sack, or offensive penalty. The game is eligible to be ended on an offensive penalty. A defensive penalty, it cannot end. So that will be the last play of the game. If this game goes to overtime, that overtime last play will count for this category. Very important note there.
All right.
The next line are the TV commercials, and this is really where that anthem comment I made earlier comes into play. When does the first ad category actually count? It counts as soon the first commercial after the national anthem. So, and the Rockets red glare. Okay,
I am so glad Chris
Cool.
Stapleton. I've never been so glad to hear Chris Stapleton be announced as the anthem singer.
You don't know that yet. You don't know that yet. I could be blowing Chris Stapleton. Who is Chris Stapleton? I don't know who the hell this guy is. But
between the two of us, we both got
beat.
the entertainment covered. Like we don't know anything else what's going to happen, but the halftime show. I knew the anthem. So
what's going to be the first ad category? Is it going to be snacks, beer, soda, water, car, sports betting, restaurants or shopping, taxes, or other? I think I covered enough and then threw another category in case, I'm way off. The first snacks ad, these are really the Monsters and Super Bowl ads, but obviously there's another other category as well. Doritos, M&Ms, Skittles, pistachios, Pringles, avocados.
What if it's like a Outback Bloomin' Onion? Because you consider that a snack. Like most people, like it's a meal, but that's like a little snack. That's like a aperitif for you.
That's another category, but I don't know if I don't even know if that counts as a snack because that would be an Outback element and that would be a restaurant. In this other category, that would count as restaurant.
Okay.
So the snack ones, I mean, we'll go back and forth on the Telegram and we'll announce the official ones as they get pumped in there. The beer ad, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. Budweiser, Bud Light, Coors, Busch, Michelob, or Corona. And I threw another in there as well in case John's home brewery decides to, drop a couple mil in an ad. The first car ad. Now, this is one that I guess Jack in particular was asking me some questions on. So as you can see, it's all car brands, right? Audi, BMW, Mercedes, GMC, Ford. He was asking, he's like, well, what if there's a car insurance company? Well, that doesn't count in this category. Like this is only car brands in their ads. So Lexus, Tesla, Toyota, Hyundai, Kia. Hyundai.
Who is Hyundai?
It's the Korean Honda.
I didn't know that's how they were pronounced, though. I just thought it was like Hyundai.
No,
Hyundai. Okay.
I owned one. I can call it whatever I want. So anyway, that's it. It's the actual brand of the car the car itself. The next ones are really the same, but split between the first half and the second half. So we're actually going to get to make the same pick for both halves of football. If it goes to overtime, then whatever it was in the first half and the second half stays. We're not going to do this in case it goes to overtime. But the first play of the first half, is it going to be a rushing yard for positive yardage, negative yardage, passing play for positive or negative yardage, or an offensive or defensive penalty? Who's going to punt first in the first half? Is it going to be Philly, Kansas City, or no punt? Who's going to get the first sack? who's going to score first and what that score is going to be. Is Philly going to score a field goal, KC field goal, touchdown, safety, or no score? Which team is going to call their first timeout of the first half, and which team is going to commit the first penalty, either offense or defense, or special teams for that matter. There could be a penalty right out of the gate on the kickoff. So you'll have the opportunity to choose that for the first half as well as the second half. There's a total of 25 prop picks in this pool. Each correct answer on the lineup submissions will award you 2 additional points in addition to your standard unfantasy team lineup. So there are 50 points up for grabs here. And those 50 points will not only be added to the Super Bowl weekly standings, but they will also get tallied up in the overall standings. And therefore, that will make you eligible for those 6 Super Bowl square giveaways.
Cool. I'm getting blown up by questions on here from there, but good stuff, man. People are interested in this. And
what are the questions, man? Let's knock them out.
No, one of them was just where we could find the squares. So just go to the squares pool, right? And I just saved it from my phone from there. So how about these nuts? Is his name, not mine. Was asking where his squares were. I just saw number 95 and then number 60 something. So, but I just saved it on my phone. So I will be able to see everybody during the game and reference that. Won't have to be on the website.
Yep.
To do it.
Yep. And it will also be a part of your NFTs as well. We'll try to get that updated before kickoff as well. So if you really wanted to see which ones you hold as part of your NFTs, it'll be on the card itself. But if you were awarded some or you won some, you'll just have to hunt them down and then, get a little pen and paper and make some notes on it.
What are my numbers real quick? Just give me one. So this is what I know.
You have -6 and 14.
-6?
-6.
What the hell is that?
You're just not in the pool. Let's see. Where are you? Nothing but fumbles. So you have 7 and 2.
Okay. Safety. I see a safety. I mean, Brady did a safety against the Giants or the Eagles last time when they lost. So that's possible.
And I think your other one is 6 and 7.
All right. Okay. I'm digging it.
Not bad.
I'm digging it.
Not bad. What am I at here? I got 7 and 9, 4 and 9, 3 and 7. Ooh, I got a 3 and 7. Look at that. I think that's it.
Yeah. Cool, man. It's fun. I appreciate you doing all this, man. I know you got newborn baby and a bunch of other stuff going on that way. And we got Super Bowl parties to start getting to. So very cool. Thanks, everybody, for participating in this stuff. If you have any questions, hit us up. Telegram's easiest, but obviously I know some people out here are texting me because not on that thing. So just hit either of us up and I guess go Chris Stapleton. We'll see if it's 205 or under or right on the dot. That'll be the first one to pay attention to. I'm looking forward to this, man, because I don't really care about this game too much, but now I do. And I don't care about the halftime show usually. Now I do. And I don't really care about the some of these commercials like I did back in the day, because they don't make them as good as they did with the old Bud Bowls and Budweisers, stuff like that. But now I do. So we'll see. 23-21 is mine and ChatGPT's prediction, and yours is
31-23.
31-23. We'll be back at it Tuesday for the final one of that season. Wraps it up, man. So excited to do that as well.
Yep, and we'll highlight the winners as they come throughout the game as well, so you'll know if you have a prize to claim come Tuesday.
All right, sounds good, man. Appreciate it. We'll catch everybody later.
Enjoy the game.
Later.